Welcome to the pink side. My girlfriend's mom caught me. Now I'm her daughter. There are a million things I could have done that afternoon. Go for a walk, binge a show, clean up the apartment. But curiosity is a tricky thing. And Emma's closet was calling me. Her dresses always hung so neatly, soft silks and florals swaying like they knew my secret. I'd glanced in before, brushed a hand across the fabrics, imagined how they'd feel against my skin. But I'd never actually worn one. Not until that day. My name's Josh Matthews, 24. I'm a grad student in behavioral psychology, living with my girlfriend, Emma, in her cozy off-campus apartment. Most of my days are spent buried in research papers, coffee-fueled writing sprints, and Zoom calls with professors who love talking too much. On paper, I'm ordinary. In reality, I'm hiding. Not from her, exactly, but from myself. I've always been curious about femininity, not just fascinated by it, but drawn to it. The lines, the softness, the way it all flows and glows. Makeup tutorials? Addictive. Fashion videos? My guilty pleasure. But that's all it's ever been. Curiosity. Or so I told myself. Emma's place feels like something out of a romantic drama. Warm lights. Scented candles. Cream-colored curtains that glow golden when the sun hits just right. It's a safe space, filled with love and secrets. That day, the mood was relaxed. Emma had gone to visit her mom, an unexpected last-minute trip for the weekend. I had the apartment to myself, or so I thought. The ticking of the clock was soothing. My laptop sat idle on the coffee table. My heart raced faster than it should have when I walked into our bedroom and opened her closet door. It felt electric. Forbidden. I reached out and touched a lavender sundress. Light cotton. Straps tied in bows. It was too easy to imagine myself in it. Emma's beautiful in a way that sneaks up on you. Sharp mind. Soft voice. A presence that calms you down and stirs you up all at once. We've been dating for over a year now. She knows me well. Or she thinks she does. There's a reason I've never brought up my curiosity, not in full. She's open-minded, but I don't know if she's that open. Every time I came close to telling her, something stopped me. A glance. A silence. My own fear. What if she laughed? What if she looked at me differently? What if I became someone she couldn't love? And yet, she once joked I had prettier legs than hers. Teased me that I'd make a cuter girl than half her friends. I laughed it off. But the way she looked at me when she said it? Sometimes I wonder if she knew. That lavender dress. It wasn't even her favorite. But I knew it would fit. She and I were similar in size. Still, my hands trembled as I stepped out of my jeans and pulled it on. The fabric whispered against my skin. My breath caught as I smoothed it over my chest. No bra. No makeup, no wig, but still, something clicked. I stared in the mirror and didn't see a joke. I saw a possibility. My pulse quickened. My heart ached. And then the sound that shattered everything.
Keys. In. The. Door.
My legs nearly buckled. The soft click of the lock, the sound I wasn't supposed to hear for 2 more days, hit me like a lightning strike. I looked down at myself. Bare legs, lavender dress, no time to explain. My hand darted to the zipper, stuck. My breath?
Gone.
The door creaked open.
Josh.
I forgot my charger. It wasn't Emma. It was her mother. Her name is Linda.
Polished. Stern.
The kind of woman who always looks like she's 10 seconds away from solving a problem or judging one. She froze in the entryway, shopping bag in one hand, sunglasses perched on her head, and blinked once.
Twice.
Her eyes moved from my bare legs to my terrified face. Neither of us spoke. I wanted the earth to open, to disappear into it. But instead, I stood in a sundress, trembling, exposed. Well, she said finally. I didn't expect that. I can explain. I choked. I was already halfway behind the bedroom door, trying to shield myself. She stepped inside, gently placing her bag on the table like nothing was wrong. I imagine you can, she said, her tone unreadable. And I imagine Emma can't. My stomach dropped. I reached for the hem of the dress, yanking it down like it could cover the truth. Please don't tell her. It's not what it looks like. Really? She asked, folding her arms. Because it looks like you're wearing my daughter's dress. I couldn't breathe. She stepped forward. Not with anger, not with mockery, but with something that scared me more. Curiosity. Did you do your makeup too? She asked. I shook my head, voice trembling.
No.
I wasn't planning for anyone to see this.
I
didn't think anyone would come back. She tilted her head. But you wanted to wear it. It wasn't a question. Yes, I whispered. The word hung there. And in that moment, I expected rejection. A storm. A scream. But instead, she nodded. Interesting, she said. You know, Josh, I always thought there was something delicate about you. That stung.
And yet it didn't.
Delicate. She smiled faintly. Not weak. Sensitive. Feminine. Emma never saw it, but I did. I blinked. Are you mad? She shook her head.
No.
But I'm going to ask you something, and I want the truth. I nodded. Is this the first time you've dressed like this? Silence. No, I admitted. What followed was surreal. We sat on the couch, her sipping tea, me still in the dress, too stunned to move. She asked questions. Not probing or cruel. Just interested. When did it start? How does it make you feel? Have you told anyone else? I answered honestly. I started when I was 13. With a scarf. Then a skirt. Only when I was alone. It makes me feel peaceful. Like the noise in my head stops. No one knows. Not even Emma. Linda nodded slowly, then looked me over. You're missing something, she said finally. What? Confidence. And accessories. I have an idea, she said. I don't think I can handle another shock, I replied weakly. She smiled. No shocks. Just a challenge. I waited. You're going to come with me to my place, she said. My eyes widened. Like this?
No.
Not like that. Like a proper girl. You'll get dressed properly. We'll do your makeup and we'll see what happens. I stared. Why would you do that? Her voice softened. Because if you're going to live in my daughter's world, you might as well see what it's like on the other side. I don't remember agreeing. But somehow I found myself standing in Linda's guest bedroom hours later. The room was spotless. Vanity, mirror glowing. A full closet of elegant, age-appropriate fashion, but she had a few things that looked my size. You need a name, she said as she laid out clothes. What should I call you? I stammered. I don't know. She smiled. Then I'll choose. How about Jessica? The name wrapped around me like a ribbon. And so Jessica was born.
Linda guided me step by step.
Stockings first. Smooth and snug. A padded bra. A lacy blouse. A floral skirt. The way it hugged my waist made my knees weak. Then came the makeup. Keep your eyes closed, she said, dusting my lids with shimmer. Soft, not dramatic. Mascara. Lip gloss. A wig that flowed past my shoulders. By the time she turned the chair, I wasn't Josh anymore. I was her daughter. And she smiled. You're beautiful, Jessica. Just as we were laughing over tea and nail polish, my phone buzzed. Emma, hey babe. Got out early. Heading home now. My heart exploded. Linda read the screen over my shoulder. Well, she said, you're going to have to make a choice. My hands trembled as I held the phone. The text glared at me like a warning light. Emma, got out early. Heading home now. Be there in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I wasn't Josh anymore. I was Jessica. Makeup. Skirt.
Wig.
Gloss lips. And her mother had made me this way. Relax, Linda said, unbothered. You have time. But not much. We'll need to make a decision fast. I blinked at her. What kind of decision?
She leaned in.
Do you want to hide this again or see where it leads? My instinct was to tear everything off, wipe my face clean, run back to the apartment, and pretend none of this ever happened. But a louder voice in me whispered, You've never felt more alive. I looked in the mirror. Jessica looked back.
Scared. Soft. Real.
I don't know what to do, I said honestly. Linda smiled, brushing a strand of the wig behind my ear. Then let me help. I stood by the mirror, holding the wig in both hands. Makeup flawless. Heart pounding. If I removed it, I could return to Josh. Go home.
Lie.
If I left it on, I'd walk through that door as someone Emma had never seen. Or expected. I looked to Linda. She nodded once. I took a deep breath and placed the wig back on my head. Linda insisted on driving me back. No one will notice, she said. But I noticed. The way my skirt shifted when I sat. The tickle of mascara on my lashes. The fear. And the thrill. By the time we reached the apartment, I was shaking. You have 10 minutes, she said, parking. Either tell her, or let her find you. I stepped out into the sunlight, Jessica, exposed. Back inside, I tried to pull myself together. Deep breaths. Stand tall. Be Jessica. Then click. The sound of keys. Emma entered, laughing on a call, bags in hand. Hey babe, you won't believe. She froze mid-sentence. Her eyes locked on me. Silence. Her phone slipped from her hand. She stared. Her mouth opened. Closed. Opened again. Josh. I tried to speak, but the words caught. I didn't know how to tell you. I whispered. Her eyes scanned me. Wig, blouse, skirt, heels. This is a joke, she said. Right? I shook my head.
No.
It's me. It's real. Tears welled in her eyes. She backed up a step. I don't understand, she said. Why? Because I needed to feel this. I choked. Because I've hidden it my whole life. You wore my clothes? I nodded. Did my mom help you? Silence. Her jaw dropped. Oh my God. She knew. I reached for her hand, but she pulled away. I didn't mean to lie, I said. But you did, she snapped. The tension crackled between us. She looked down, shaking. I don't know what hurts more, that you kept this from me, or that my mom enabled it. She didn't enable it, I said softly. She saw me. Emma flinched. Did you ever think I might have wanted to see you too? She asked, voice breaking. I stepped back. My heels slipped. The wig tumbled to the floor. Jessica disappeared. Only Josh remained, bare, broken, smeared mascara and all. Emma looked down at the wig, then at me. I knelt to pick it up, but she beat me to it, and held it like something fragile. I don't know what this means, she whispered.
For us.
For everything. I don't either, I said. She stared at the wig in her hands, then lifted her eyes to mine. A question hung there, unspoken, heavy. Do you want to be her or him? And before I could answer, a knock at the door. We both froze. Emma held the wig in her hand like a glass ornament, and I, still half-dressed, half undone, trembling, watched the front door as the sound echoed again. Knock, knock, knock. 3 soft raps. But they landed like thunder. Emma's voice came out like a whisper. Who is that? I didn't know. Or maybe I feared I did. She tiptoed toward the peephole while I scrambled to gather myself, brushing hair out of my face and pulling my skirt straight, heart pounding against my ribs. Then she turned, pale-faced. It's my mom. Linda entered like she owned the room, heels clicking softly against the wood floor. She carried a small bag in one hand, her posture perfect, her expression calm. I figured you'd need this, she said, placing the bag on the coffee table. No one spoke. She glanced at Emma, who looked like a storm about to break, and then at me, mascara streaked, hands trembling. Are we okay here? Linda asked gently. Emma didn't answer. Instead, she walked to the bag, slowly opened it, and pulled out something small and pink. A pair of ballet flats. My size. The room filled with silence again. Emma stared at the flats. I used to wear shoes just like these when I was 10, she murmured. You remember that, Mom? Linda nodded. I do.
She turned to me.
And do you want him to wear them now? Linda shrugged. Only if he wants to. Emma's face twisted. What even is this? A dress-up game? Some twisted bonding thing. No, I whispered. It's not a game. It's not even just about clothes. It's who I am. Emma's eyes met mine. Since when? Since always. Linda broke the silence with a soft voice. Would it help if he showed you? Emma blinked. Linda nodded toward me. Jessica.
One more time.
Show her who you are, not because you're hiding, but because you're finally done hiding. My breath caught.
Now.
Emma folded her arms. Seriously? My voice cracked. Only if you want to see. A long pause. Then Emma slowly nodded. I disappeared into the bedroom, hands shaking as I pulled the wig back on, fixed my mascara, and stepped into the ballet flats. Every movement felt monumental. I looked in the mirror. Jessica looked back.
Soft. Scared.
But stronger now. I opened the door and walked out. Linda smiled faintly. Emma stood still. No smile. No tears. Just wide, wondering eyes. She circled me once. You even stand different. I laughed nervously. Heels'll do that. She didn't laugh. But she didn't look away either. Finally, she said, sit.
I did.
She sat beside me, eyes scanning every inch, lips, eyes, dress, posture. Is this who you are now? I swallowed. I don't know, but I know this feels real. Emma didn't speak for a while. Then she turned to her mother. Did you know this would happen? Linda only smiled. I hoped it would. Emma looked back at me. And what now? I didn't answer. I couldn't, because I didn't know. Instead, I reached for her hand. And this time, she didn't pull away. But just as she opened her mouth to speak, her phone buzzed. She picked it up, glanced at the screen. Her eyes widened. Dad's downstairs. And that was when I realized this wasn't the end of the story. It was only the beginning.